R&D. So here we'll be making decisions in terms of performance, size, and the mean time before failure. And also we have the perception map. You look at how your product is. This is just a visual representation of the products in the market, then the material cost and the age profile. So we are going to make decisions in the R&D. So I'll come into my, so let me check in my thrift. So here, if we start with thrift, we see that price has an importance of 55%. So I'll make the decisions. So I'll say I drift it to 6.7 and I'll give it a size, no, sorry, so 6.7 and I'll give it a size of 13.6. This one, because with this one, in this video, I'm not going to introduce any products, so I'll just make the decisions with the existing products. Then here I'll say 10.8. No, sorry, 10.8. Then I'll calculate. Okay, here I'll come and say 12.2 and a size of 6.2. I'll calculate. Okay, then Elite, which is 8, I'll give it 14.2 and a size of 8.1. Then I'll not change my reliability, so I'll just leave my MTBF to be the same. Now, we see that the revision dates are here, so they are coming out, like for Abby is coming out on September of 2025. Alan is coming out on 13th September 2025, and the rest are coming on as 8th September 2025. This is the age at revision, and this is my R&D cost. Now, I want to reduce my R&D cost and my age at revision. So that's when I'll go to my total quality management. Or before I go to my total quality management, I'll make the decisions in the other departments. Then before the finance, that's when I'll make the decisions in my total quality management. So I'll go to my marketing. Now, under marketing, this is where I'll make decisions regarding the price. I'll set the price for that given sensor in that given market. Also, I'll invest in the promo budget and the sales budget. So the promo budget is aimed at increasing my awareness. The sales budget, it aims at increasing my accessibility. Then we have the forecast, because here we don't have, with the forecast, you don't have a magical formula or a magical way in which you can get the real or the correct figures, or maybe you can't have that clear formula. What we normally do is that just get the report from last year, then look at the growth rate and also the actual and potential sales. Then it's from there is when now you can get the amount of units you can forecast here. Because if you use a benchmark prediction, you might either overproduce or underproduce. And you know that having huge inventory, that's the first thing that will give you an emergency loan. Okay, so in terms of pricing, so I'll go to Abby, I'll give it a price of 20. This one, I'll reduce it to 29. Then I'll not change the pricing of Apple and Edge. So I'll recalculate. So those are the pricing. And I want to increase on my promo budget or my awareness. So I'll give it 2,000. Then here also I'll do 2,000. This one I'll also do 2,000. So my promo budget, I'll put 2,000. Then also my sales budget, I'll put 2,000. All of them. Okay, now in terms of forecast, I'll come to my Excel sheet. So this is my Excel sheet. So I want to check on my forecast, because if you look at my Excel sheet, it gives me the guidance of which products I'll put and what I'll put in the R&D. So I'll just come and look at my forecast, because you see we are done promo and sales. I'll look at my forecast, then I'll say these are the values that I'll put in my forecast. So I'll come and under my forecast, I'll say this is 1,900. This is 2,100. This is 1,113. Then this one I'll focus to sell about 1,000. then I'll hit my recalculate button. Okay, now this we have my contribution margin here is 10,000 and the rest are here. Now I've done the decisions in marketing, so I'll not change my account receivable and my account payable. I'll just leave them to 30 days. Now we have next one is production. Under the production here is when we make production in terms of the number of sensors we want to produce. Here we have 4 parts. We have the schedule, the margins, the physical plant, and the workforce. So under the schedule here is when I'll make the amount that I want to produce based from what the marketing guys had done in the forecast. And also note that we have the unsold units from last year, so it's under the inventory on hand. Then you have also the production after adjustment, and as I say, or as I usually say, that the production after adjustment is lower than the production schedule, because after adjustment we have maybe 1 or 2 employees, they steal the sensors, or maybe they might get broken while being moved from one place to another, or maybe the quality assurance, after doing the quality assurance, they can't take them back to the original batch. That's why you normally have an adjustment value that will use to cater for those things. So here I'll do 1070. Okay, no, I'll do 1170. Here I'll do 2090. Here I'll do 909, and here I'll give it 800. So I want to see. So wait, yeah, so I'll leave it that way for Abby. Alan, I'll give it because this the reason why if you add my production after adjustment and inventory on hand is higher than my forecast is because from my forecast is that I'll sell exactly this one. Then I don't want to stock out. That's why I'm giving it a higher value so that I might not stock out. Now this one is so this one I'll do 900. So I'll calculate. So okay, now another part is my physical plant. Here is where we buy the capacity and also we invest in automation. Now as I run this company, my projection is that I'll make growth, like my company will grow, and also at the same time I'll be making more sales. Now for me to cater for the sales that I'll be making and for the growth rate, I have to invest in increasing my capacity. So for this first one I'll buy 150, then this one I'll do also 150, this one I'll do 172, and this one I'll do 186. Then I'll calculate. This is basically increasing my, like putting into place, increasing my capacity so that when the growth rate occurs, I'll have enough capacity to meet the market demand. Okay, and automation, because you see automation, my aim is to reduce on my costs. So whether be it material cost, be it labor cost, be it my administrative cost, because they impact on my contribution margin, and I want to have a higher contribution margin of more than 30%, because that is the magical number. So reducing labor cost, it's directly impacted by automation, because if I increase my automation, I might not be able to use more cost on labor. So for the thrift product, I'll give it 8.5, so that means 85% is automated. Then for the core, I'll give 7. For the nano, I'll give it 5.5. And for the elite also, I'll do 5.5. Now, making these decisions, I'm being guided by the maximum investment here. So I'm not supposed to produce more or use more money than the 59,000 that I've been given. So I'll hit the calculate button. So I'll use 50,676. Okay, the next part is my human resource. Under the human resource, here is where you invest to increase on your productivity index, and also you invest in in your workforce. Now, under the recruiting spend, you see that the maximum I can invest is 5,000 per worker, and also for the training hours is the maximum is 80. So I'll just give it the maximum, so I'll do 5,000. Then here also I'll do 80. Then I'll calculate. Okay, next thing is my total quality management, and here it just works on reducing and making the work and making my production more effective. Now, I want to invest on some of the process management initiatives, or as we know it as TQM. Okay, if I want to reduce on material cost, so here I'll do 1,000 so that it works on reducing my material cost. In my material cost and administrative cost is the vendor, so I'll do 1,000. Now, the quality initiative training will reduce on my labor cost, so I'll do 1,000. The channel support system will increase on the demand of my products, so I'll put there 1,000. The concurrent engineering will reduce on my R&D cycle time, so the time in which my product will start selling, so it will reduce it. So the product will come out earlier. Now, the UNEP Green product, the UNEP Green program, this one will reduce on my material cost and increase also on the demand of my product. Now, benchmarking will reduce on my material cost. So if I want to reduce on my material cost, I'll invest in benchmarking also. Now, quality function deployment will increase the demand of my product. Six Sigma training will reduce on my labor cost and material costs. And finally, also to reduce on my labor cost is the sustainability initiative. So I'll invest 1,000. Then I'll hit my calculate button. Now we have invested in TQM. Before I invest in the finance section, I'll come and check on my ratios. So these are my ratios. So working capital, no, the free cash flow. This is when it's the one that is on red. So I'll have to check something there. Then the balance scorecard. I'll come and check on my balance scorecard. I'm projecting to have 63.3 out of 80. So you see, I'm not getting any points on leverage. I'm not getting any points on my contribution margin, and I'm getting no points on my customer buying criteria. Now, in terms of product count, is that we are not going to, with this strategy, I'm not going to introduce any product. Still, we can make more profits. Okay, so I'll come to my finance. So I'll click on my finance, and I'll come and invest. I'll take the maximum long-term interest. So the maximum issue this year is 14,722. So I'll do 14,722. Then I'll recalculate. Then I'll come to my current debt, and so let me check on my pro forma balance scorecard first. So the pro forma is 64.8. Now I just want to cushion myself in terms of any eventuality, so I'll take current debt of 5,000 because I don't want to borrow so much money. So I'll take 5,000. Then I'll check on my balance scorecard. So it's 4.5. So this one is 65.3. So I'll come and top it to 10,000. So let me do 10,000. At this point, I'm not going to sell any stock because I believe I have enough funds. So 29,000, I have enough funds. So I'll check on my balance scorecard. So it's 66. So I'll leave it that way. So what I'll just come here in my file and update my official decisions. If you feel you need help, you can just text me and I'll send you a sample of an Excel sheet that will suit your game. You just come and take the values because we have for round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. Okay, if you need any help, you can also feel free to contact me on the contact on your screen. So that is for the decisions for round 1. Have a nice time.